If you are here, then you probably heard your doctor say you have a L4-L5 disc herniation. And if you like lifting like me, your first thought was, do I have to stop? Is my backbone done? Can I ever even train hard again? Listen, I get it. That fear hits fast, makes you feel like you're old and broken. But here's the truth. You don't have to stop lifting. You just have to lift in a safer way. Today, I'll show you what L4-L5 really means, what lifts to avoid for now, and what lifts you can actually do to stay strong. Let's keep you in the game. Here's the standard playbook for disc herniation in men our age. 6 weeks of rest, anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen or Advil or Tylenol, maybe physical therapy, and then if you're lucky, clearance for light activity, which is code for walking in swimming pools. Every one of these recommendations is built around one goal: reducing pain in the short term. None of them addresses the actual problem. The problem isn't just the disc. The problem is what allowed the disc to herniate in the first place. And until you fix that, rest is just postponing the next injury. Now let's get a little science here right quick. L4 and L5 is the most common herniation site in men. It sits right at the hinge point of the lumbar spine, the junction between your lower back and your pelvis. Every time you bend, rotate, or pick something up, that disc takes the load. Here's what actually happens. The outer ring of the disc tears, and the inner material bulges out. It presses on the nerve tissue. That's the pain you feel. That's the numbness down the leg. Now here's what most men don't hear from the doctors. Discs don't heal through rest, because there's no direct blood flow to them. They need nutrients through movement, through loading and unloading, through controlled compression, which is exactly what intelligent lifting provides. You're not dealing with a broken bone. You're dealing with tissue that responds to smart movement. The worst thing you can do is stop giving it that. Here's what actually happens when men our age stop training after a herniation. The muscles that support the spine, your glutes, hamstrings, deep core, start to atrophy. In men over 40, that process is faster than you think, trust me. Significant deconditioning starts within days of stopping. When those support structures weaken, then the spine compensates. Smaller stabilizing muscles take on the load they weren't designed for. The disc gets more stress, not less. And then there's the movement pattern underneath it all. Most L4 and L5 herniations happen because of one thing: loading the spine in a flexion instead of hinging through the hips. Your back's doing the job your posterior chain was supposed to do. Rest doesn't fix that pattern. It just gives you time to go back and repeat it. Now let's talk about the exercises you should avoid versus the ones you should be doing. Number one is the back squat. The back squat puts too much pressure on the spine. One bad rep and your back lights up. It changes for either a goblet squat or a belt squat. Why? Because you stay upright, your spine stays safe, and your legs still get strong. Next is the deadlift. Conventional deadlift, the weight is in front of you. This pulls on the injured disc. Instead, swap it out for the trap bar deadlift. The weight is around you, not in front of you. Your back stays neutral, still a strong hand. Exercise number 3 is the standing barbell press. Most guys arch their back to get the weight up. So swap the standing barbell press out with the seated barbell or dumbbell press. Why? Because your back is supported. You can press without pain. Exercise 4 is the row swap. With bent over barbell rows, your lower back has to hold the weight the whole time. Instead, swap it out for the chest supported row. This takes your back completely out of it, but it still hits your upper back hard. For your core, stop doing sit-ups and crunches. These actually push the disc backwards, not good. Instead, do bird dogs, dead bugs, side planks, pull-out press. These makes the core strong without you bending your spine. Now with these different exercises, you should start light. Learn the pattern first, load second, but just don't stop. Do 3 sessions a week, short, focused. Remember, you do not need to go heavy. This is not a max lift. Control the weight enough to stay pain-free during the lift. Here's how I measure a real recovery, not pain reduction, capability. When you can deadlift your body weight again, clean hinge, braced spine, no compensation, the posterior chain is doing its job. The disc is no longer the primary load barrier. When you can farmer carry your body weight for 40 yards, your trunk is stable. That's the test. If you're not there yet, that is the problem. Not another back stretching routine, not 3 more months of rest. Those 2 standards rebuilt systematically. Most men with a herniated disc never get back to those numbers because they accept what the doctors are telling them as a ceiling. It's not a ceiling, it's just a starting point. And if you're hard-headed like me, who still like to do these different movements, why? Because you just grew up with them? Well, this is how I actually work around it. I actually use a back brace, and then I put my lifting belt over my back brace, so I have 2 layers to protect my lower back. Now this actually helps me, especially when I'm bracing my core, so I don't feel my lower back. And even when I take the belts off, like, I don't feel anything. So give it a try.